The Sullivans are on YouTube. Let's go.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go indeed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I thought we'd discuss the Sullivans because, you know, why not? They continually put their kids at risk. So let's talk about them for a little bit, shall we? How are they doing this? Why do they keep doing it? And are they just as stupid as they sound? So first up is Zoe with her amazing take on why they should, you know, where the kids should go to school. You know, why not tell the world, right?
Obviously Ben's back at work, so that's the baby, if you wondered. Ben's back at work, so as much as we would love to do a vlog every day, it's not quite so easy when everything goes back to work and everything else. So and normal life resumes. So we will try our best to do as many as we can, because I know quite a lot of people saying we miss your vlogs. We are trying to do as many as we can, but anyway.
People really missing your storage advice, how to store your clothes, where to store them, how to hand clothes down, who not to hand them to, and all the various amazing joy that you bring to our lives. It's great fun, but you know, I can live without it.
The last couple of days have been pretty hectic, to be honest. Monday was just getting ready to go back to school, because obviously with moving house and everything else, it was all a bit, everything was everywhere. So I had to pick some stuff up. I might have picked that up on Sunday. I can't actually remember. The days just kind of merge into one. Had stuff to pick up for school, had last minute bits to buy. So yeah, that was kind of a Sunday. Monday.
I'm sorry guys. I'm being a bit put off at the moment by her hair. Has it always been like that, her hair? It looks quite kind of, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say what I think it looks like. I'm sorry, that'll come across really bad. But it just looks kind of prisoner cell block age. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, that was Monday. Yes, sorry, I'm getting my days muddled up. That was Monday. I don't even know when Monday went, to be fair. Ben went back to work and it's just gone. Tuesday was back to school. So, I know what happened on Monday. I knew something had happened on Monday. So Leah had an orthoptist appointment at the hospital. So if you've followed us for a while, you know the twins have both got glasses, but Leah had been struggling with her vision in her left eye. And the last time she went to the opticians, a few months ago, she was really struggling with her left eye. She couldn't really read any of the letters or anything like that. So she got referred back to the hospitals. They were both under the orthoptist. They were under everything really from birth, from being premature. So they'd already been through and kind of passed everything off and all that sort of stuff. But obviously Leah was referred back. So we were waiting for an appointment. We had an appointment on Monday. She went to see the orthoptist on Monday, and she'd actually had her prescription changed slightly last time we went to the opticians. And I think it must have made a bit of a difference, because I was expecting her vision to be as bad as it was before. But in actual fact, she did quite a good job. She's still struggling with her left eye, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it was when we went to the opticians the last time. So I think the prescription change has really helped her out, which is great. But the orthoptist has decided to patch her good eye, obviously her right eye, but only for a couple of hours a day, so she can have it on in the evening. She did say that she prefers to kind of, if kids have got to wear patches, that she prefers to do it outside of school, really, because obviously kids can be mean, and it just makes, you know, I mean, there's lots of kids that go to school with patches, and normally at primary level, it's, you know, it's just accepted, isn't it? A lot of primary kids just accept for, you know, kids for what they are. that's the good thing about little kids, isn't it? They just accept everybody for who they are. But she said if she can avoid having to wear them like during the day, if she can, then. So anyway, she's only having to wear them like when she gets back in from school for a couple of hours a day, to be reviewed in a couple of months and see where we're at then. Obviously, if it's got worse, she'd have to wait for longer. If it's got better, then we'll see where we are then. So that's a good thing. The other thing we had on Monday was Olivia's orthodontist appointment. So she had her braces put on a few months ago. She's since had 2 teeth out as well.
See, in the first few minutes of this video, if you haven't been watching them before, you've already learnt that they have one child who has well, actually 2 that have glasses, and one that has just been to the orthodontist. And you know, all this information is not necessary to share with your followers. It's not necessary for the world to know. None of it is necessary to share with people that you don't know.
Because of the dental treatment, that's what the orthodontist wanted her to have, because her teeth was overcrowded. So to allow room for other teeth to come forward and to, you know, do whatever they need to do. So she had her braces tightened and changed and whatever. So that was Monday. That was Monday morning. Yeah, Tuesday back to school. So yesterday was back to school. First time driving to school. So the kids have stayed at their old school.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I'm glad the kids stayed at their old school. It's nice for them to stay with their friends, where their friends are and everything else, right? What's not necessary, though, is to tell people where they're going to school. See, people already knew where they were going to school because you've shared this before. You've even walked up to the school gates, you know, like normal people do. But what you could have done is just avoided this, because you've moved to a new town. You didn't need to tell people where that they were staying at their old school. Therefore, people wouldn't know for definite where they were going to school.
Because the older ones come through to Lossie anyway. They get a school bus in the morning. So it's the first time for them all catching the school bus. And obviously it's a lot earlier than they used to leave, about 8:30 they probably used to leave, and now they've got to leave about 8:55 because the bus goes a lot earlier.
I cannot tell you just how stupid you actually are. I'm sorry. I know, Zoe, you have been complaining or just worried recently about certain people making videos about you and being, in your words, nasty, right? But I think it's warranted in this situation. I cannot believe that you could be so naive as to not only tell your viewers that your kids are going to their old school, you know, staying at their school, which they know where it is, they know which town it is, they also know which town you live in now, and now you've not only told them everybody that, but you've also told them what time the school bus is at in the morning, what time they will be at the bus stop. And I just can't. Has anybody else have this sort of rage inside them right now about how absolutely stupid that actually is? Seriously?
So the little ones, none of them really wanted to move schools. Lots of people have asked where they're going to school, what we're doing with schools.
And you don't find that at all weird? Not at all strange that strangers are coming up to you and asking you, hey, by the way, Zoe, where's your kids going to school this year? Zoe, would you mind telling us where your kids are going to school? Just asking for a friend. Don't you think that's a little bit strange that strangers would like to know where your kids are going to school? That should be a red flag straight away. Oh my God, this woman's stupid.
None of them really wanted to change, and because everything happened quite quickly, I didn't really want to change them at the time. So obviously, coming from a military background, when the older ones were small, they moved schools a lot. Now, the younger ones haven't had to, because we've been here for 10 years. So it's not something that they're used to. Toby really struggles with school anyway. He didn't really want to leave. So I just said to Ben, for now, we'll leave them at the school they're at, where they're happy, where they're settled. Everything's been so unsettling for them over the last couple of months with moving house, and we're still not straight in the house, obviously. We've only been there 2 weeks. That it was just easier to leave them where they are. Obviously, it is going to cost him petrol, etc., etc. So we're going to review it again in a few months' time and see where we're at. At the moment, Ben finishes work around about the same time that kids finish school, so I can do the morning run, he can do the afternoon run, which makes it a lot easier anyway, because he's still got to come back from Lossie anyway in the evenings or after work. So we're just going to see how it goes for a few months. Obviously, there's always lots of ferrying the kids around. They've got dance lessons and everything else anyway. The kids have got work in Lossie. Some of the kids work in Lossie. So there's always, you can't get a direct bus to Lossie. So you have to go to Elgin and then through to Lossie. So it's a bit difficult with things like work and stuff. So, you know, Lizzie's taking driving lessons. So hopefully, you know, if she passes her test anywhere in the next sort of 6 months, we'll be able to help her with a car, and she can, you know, or borrow our car or whatever. We'll sort that out when the time comes. But for now, that's where we're at with school. Because there's a few people have been asking about which school they're at and all that sort of thing.
So yeah, school, right? It's all fun and games. It's just telling everybody where the kids go to school and, you know, keeping everybody informed, because they have the right to know. Obviously, there's nothing private, and there's no reason to protect your kids like that, is there? Jesus, you'd think that these were novices at, because I can't work out if these are like naive or just stupid. I can't figure it out. See, I mean, they're not totally new to this YouTube game. They've had over 700 videos. Their first coming in November 2018. That's nearly 5 years ago. And they still haven't worked out that you shouldn't disclose your location and your real-time events of life, because, you know, who does that? That's quite dangerous, don't you know? But these don't seem to get it. These do it worse than I've ever seen anybody else do it, and that's saying something.
There is a nice school, but just for now, it was just easier to keep them where they are, where they're happy, where they've got their friends and everything else. I just didn't want to upheave them anymore.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with that, obviously. Keep them with their friends is a good idea. However, the point here is that you are telling us that that's what you're doing, when there's no need for you to tell us anything, because, you know, we're not friends, we're not family. Who are we to you? Nothing, okay? That means keep your kids separate to everything.
So yeah, normally on a Wednesday, Leo and Erin have an aqua class at 10, and then the older girls have classes from, but as Ben isn't here, he's not back.
So not only are you telling us where and when the kids are going to school, but you're also telling us when the kids are going to their dance classes, the exact times in actual fact. So I don't know if you know how this works, okay, right? Because you seem to be not only new to the internet, but you seem to be new to life itself. But when you tell people where your children are going to be at any one particular time in life, there is the undeniable possibility that somebody who has nefarious intentions could possibly turn up and, you know, take your children or do anything that they want. You know, the possibilities are endless. It's just the thoughts I don't bear thinking about, but unfortunately, in your case, since you vlog your life, you need to think about these things very carefully. And please, I don't do this just to make fun of you, Zoe. I know you don't like hearing negative things about yourself, you know, and I don't like saying negative things about you. In fact, I don't think I have. Maybe the thing about your hair, you know, it was just a little bit of a fun, a bit of a joke, you know. But in general, I'm just trying to tell you, give you actual information. I'm not trying to be nasty when I say protect your children. That's not a nasty thought. That is a logical thought and coming from a caring side, right? So you take it as you will, but you will do stupid things, then, you know, invariably stupid things will actually eventually catch up with you. So please take precautions, protect your children, and yeah, so, I don't know what else to tell you. Right, until next time, everybody, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.
Thanks so much for all of your support, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.